Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. Patty Jackson. Boy, we got a busy day today. It's not cute not knowing we give our hugs. So come on, let's do that. Hope you guys are having a good one. We got a lot of juicy stuff, and it starts with Wendy Williams. In an interview this morning with TJ Holmes on Good Morning America, Wendy said get ready for her return. She says even though she's 57, she's got the mind and body of a 25-year-old. She says she's coming back. But this is the big question. What is she coming back to? She says keep watching the Wendy show because she's coming back. But Debmar Mercury canceled the show. Everybody's getting ready for the Sherry Shepherd show. She also talked about that situation with the bank holding her money. Somebody felt that there was some monkey business going on. Wendy says she is still fighting to get her money and everything where she could control it. Apparently, the bank had opposition to her young son being in charge of everything. Where's her ex-husband, Kelvin? He is in the mix as well, and I think that's probably why Wendy feels she's ready to come back. They're not together romantically, but as long as he is there to make the decisions, to guide the ship, she's going to feel strong enough. Now, this is going to be interesting when she says that she is definitely coming back. Is she coming back? What is she coming back to? Because they have essentially canceled the show and have moved on. Kevin is suing the show because he says, I was that force behind the show. And you know what? When you think of her career, he was. So he's going to sue. He is going to create something for Wendy. Now, I think she's going to go into podcasting. I really do. I think that podcasting is something, and she's going to get a ton of money. No, she is not over. She is far from over. But being back on TV, this is the question. And will she go back to Debmar Mercury and have a show? But a lot of people are shocked to hear from Wendy Williams herself. Jussie Smollett, out of jail. He was in there for 6 days. He didn't eat any food. There was the Free Jussie movement going on. There were threats of physical harm to him. He only chewed ice water. Judge ordered him released. He posted a bail bond. He's going to be free so he can appeal his conviction. Jussie was convicted of committing a hate crime against himself, lying to police. It's one of those murky things. You don't know who's telling the truth. But I think he was originally put in, because I was shocked when they did it. The arrogance, the being late for court. You can't play with these judges. And I think they did it deliberately. But he is out. Jussie says he is going to clear his name. All that quietness you hear, Kanye West being banned from Instagram. The threats against D.L. Hughley and Trevor Noah and his ex-wife's new boyfriend, actor, comedian, SNL's Pete Davidson. I know one thing, Steve Harvey done got into the mix, so it's going to be interesting what Kanye says, because Steve Harvey, him and D.L. Hughley are besties. They're like this, and he's like, bring it, because we're from the generation that will whip your Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad. He wants to be the next King Richard. He has sold his world music entertainment for $275 million. He has joined forces with this company. This is what he is planning. He wants a movie based on his life. He sees himself as a King Richard, and they can see how he groomed one of the biggest superstars in the world. He is planning on documentaries, scriptured features, featured films, TV shows. Matthew Knowles has 10,000 hours of footage of the Knowles family. How it started, the music videos, his training, his pushing, his grooming. Matthew Knowles wants to be King Richard II. Look for some projects real soon. Rihanna is in her 3rd trimester, so you know what that means. That baby is coming very soon. Baby is due this spring. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but she's excited. And she says she plans to be a very protective mother. WNBA star Brittany Griner. She's going to have to be in jail for a few more weeks, maybe getting out in mid-May. She pleaded not guilty. Drug charges. She's in a Russian prison. They said she was smuggling drugs. It was like a vapor thing. They said, you're smuggling drugs in here. She was playing basketball in Russia because they didn't really pay her enough in the WNBA. Brittany is 6'9". She says her bed is too small and she hopes to be released soon. Chris Cuomo suing CNN. The Cuomo brothers was doing it. Between the brother, Andrew, who was forced out of office as the governor of New York, Chris Cuomo. One time, he and my Don Lemon were very good friends. They were saying they were like brothers, but Chris, going after this money, he has thrown everybody at CNN under the bus. Don Lemon, Jake Tapper, he wants his money. He feels he was wrongly fired. Chris Cuomo is looking to get $125 million. Do you think he's going to get it? Regina King. We haven't seen or heard of her ever since the tragic loss of her son. Well, we're going to get to see Regina King May 2nd because she is on the new board for this year's Met Gala. The Met Gala is fashion's biggest night, going back to its original first Monday in May. Regina King, Blake Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and Lin-Manuel Miranda. They all serve on the board, and it is fashion's biggest night. This year's theme is In America, an anthology of fashion. Tristan Thompson, I think he's tired of saying he's sorry, getting these girls pregnant, cheating on Chloe every chance he got. Yes, every chance he got. He says he doesn't feel sorry about anything in his past. I guess he's sorry. I know he's sorry he got to pay all that money. He's on the Chicago Bulls now, and he makes money, but when all your money goes at the child support, there's nothing left for you. Leslie Jones is joining the cast of BMF, Black Mafia Family. That's the other 50 Cent show on Stars. Leslie Jones has joined the cast. BMF is a series inspired by true events. These two Detroit brothers who came from a two-parent household went on to become the biggest drug kingpins in the 80s. One of the brothers is still in jail. Season 2, Leslie Jones is joining the cast where she will play a federal agent. Fans of the Batman, this movie, which came out, 2 weeks ago? It's already made $500 million worldwide. It's coming to HBO Max. Quick turnaround in late April. Filming for season number 2 of Abbott Elementary. It's been renewed for a second season. Star Quinta Brunson doing everything for Essence. Her photo shoot for Essence was amazing. Filming for Abbott Elementary is going to start this summer. I've got Academy Award scoop. Sunday, March 27th. 94th Annual Academy Awards. Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall. 3 women making history and hosting. Some things that are going to happen. If you have kids, you know Encanto, and we don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno. This song is going to be performed live, even though it's not nominated for an Academy Award, but they're going to have it as part of the entertainment. If you have kids, young kids, then you're like, yes, Patty, we know Encanto, and we don't talk about Bruno. The cast of The Godfather, this is the 50th anniversary of that motion picture. Francis Ford Coppola changed movies and movie history, and the cast is coming together. Francis Ford Coppola, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, James Caan, who played Sonny, Diane Keaton, Robert Duvall. Yes, the surviving members of The Godfather. Did I mention Al Pacino? Yeah, I did. They're all coming together, and they're going to be celebrated because this year's theme is a celebration of movies. Meanwhile, the latest edition of People magazine is featuring a lot of the people who are nominated. Now, Billie Eilish is performing. Danny Glover's being honored. Samuel L. Jackson is being honored. Will Packer, the force behind Girls Trip. The Steve Harvey Think Like a Man road trip. Love him. FAMU grad. He is producing this year's event. One thing I don't think we're going to see is Beyonce. And you guys kind of agreed with me when I brought it up the other day. She's nominated for an Academy Award for a song from King Richard. But Beyonce ain't going nowhere to lose. If she don't win, she ain't coming. I think Billie Eilish is going to win for her song for the James Bond movie. But maybe they'll surprise us at the last minute. But every day we wait, and I'm sure Will Packer will been on that phone and say, Beyonce, why don't you just come to the Academy Awards? I don't think she's going to be there, even though she is nominated for the song. And I think that's why they put in We Don't Talk About Bruno. For anyone who doesn't perform their songs, they can still have entertainment for the Academy Awards. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the head of the committee says it's too late for Dolly Parton to drop out because voting has already begun. Dolly said, I don't deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm a country star. Maybe when I put out a rock and roll album, y'all consider me. Well, the head of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame says that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not just one genre. So she shouldn't feel like she doesn't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it is too late. Now, this is going to be real funny if she makes it into that Rock Hall of Fame and then she don't show up. Who did that? It was somebody this year. It's a rocker, and he's from Upper Darby. He's from this area. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. He didn't show up. He got inducted, and he said, I don't like those type of things, and he didn't show up for his induction. So will Dolly Parton do the thing? When I finish this, watch this rocker's name, and I'll probably burst out with it tomorrow when I join you guys. But he's from Todd Rundgren. One of our engineers here would wring my neck because he talks about Todd Rundgren all the time. He said, I don't like those type of things, and he didn't show up. Will Dolly Parton do the same? We're heading into a weekend of a lot of movies and things, so we'll do a rundown of movies. There is a weekend edition that's fancy, that has pictures. I got a youngin' who puts it all together, LaShawn Simon. So we've got that. Leave a comment. Auntie does read the comments, and a lot of people are going to be surprised today because I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. It was curls, it was scoop, it was a lot. It was like, oh, we just got so much to talk about. But thanks so much for joining me, Curls and Scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. It's not cute not knowing. Now you know. I am your auntie of pop culture.